Good morning. So here we will be discussing about the continuation of the knocking. In the last class we discussed the knocking, its mechanism we discussed, and the effects of knocking, and also the prevention or remedial measures we discussed. So the on continuation of that we are discussing about anti-knocking agents, unleaded petrol, and also the production of the biodiesel we discussed in this session. So let us come to the topic unleaded petrol. What is this unleaded petrol? One decade before, if you see in the petrol bunk, there was a board like a leaded petrol used to be there. Okay, before 1 decade we used to add lead to the petrol. Why were we adding lead? We discussed yesterday the knocking and its mechanism, right? Okay, so to control knocking, previously lead was added. Okay, if lead is added, what will happen now? Here if we add lead and its components to the gasoline or petrol, it used to give lead and lead oxide free radicals. These lead and lead oxide free radicals formed, they were acting as a free radical chain inhibitors to stop the propagation of the explosive combustion. Okay, thereby it was minimizing knocking. I think you're understanding. If small amount of the lead is mixed to the gasoline, what was happening? It will be liberating, the lead will be added in the form of a tetraethyl or tetramethyl lead. That added lead will be liberating lead and lead oxide. These lead and lead oxide particles were acting as a, inhibitors. Inhibitors of what? The chain of reaction. We discussed it in the previous class, the chain of reactions in the explosive mechanism of knocking, that it was controlling. Okay, like a reverse catalyst. It was stopping the reactions. Okay, so thereby it was minimizing knocking. Okay, and once we came to know lead and lead components are not at all good for the atmosphere. It is not good for living things. Okay, so it is made mandatory that which is made mandatory universally. It is made mandatory. Okay, fine. So not to mix lead to the gasoline. Okay, it is made mandatory universally not to mix lead or leaded components to gasoline. Okay, to save our environment. Okay, so lead cannot be added. Then what can be added? We can add some other substances. Okay, so let us discuss about this topic once again. Certain substances, when added in small quantities of gasoline, increase the octane rating and thereby decreasing the tendency to knock, which are referred to as anti-knocking agents. What are anti-knocking agents? These are chemical substances. When they are added in a small quantities, they will be increasing the octane rating. Once when the octane rating of the fuel is high, they will have a least tendency to knock. Okay, so which are all the commonly used anti-knocking agents? Before used anti-knocking agents were tetraethyl lead, tetramethyl lead, mixed methyl ethyl lead. Okay, these were used as anti-knocking agents. Okay, and here what was happening? The TEL forms lead and lead oxide, and these components formed were inhibiting the chain of reactions. Okay, so that it was preventing the knocking. Okay, now we are not using any leaded petrol. Why we are not using? Because we know the harmful effects of the lead and lead components on the atmosphere. That is, on all living things, lead is having a serious effect. Okay, so it is made mandatory not to use lead in a gasoline. Okay, so what is unleaded petrol? The fuel which does not contain any lead or lead components are referred to as unleaded petrol. The fuel which does not contain any lead or lead components is referred to as unleaded petrol. Okay, next coming to the present anti-knocking agents. Presently what and all we are using as anti-knocking agents, because we should not supposed to mix any lead or lead components to the gasoline. Instead, some other chemical substances are used. Which are those chemical substances? Like ethyl tertiary butyl ether, methyl tertiary butyl ether, mixed methyl ethyl ether, isooctane, benzene, toluene, etc. These liquids are, when added, these liquids, when they are added in small quantities, they will be increasing the octane rating of the fuel. Okay, And you know, the one more thing is the ethers here, they contain oxygen in the form of a functional groups. Once when oxygen is there, when we supply more oxygen, the fuel will be burning completely. Okay, complete combustion will be taking place. Okay, so there will not be any production of the byproducts, and in that way we can control the tendency to knock. Okay, so these are all the anti-knocking agents: ETBE, MTBE, mixed methyl ethyl ether, okay, isooctane, benzene, toluene. These substances will be mixed in small quantities to the gasoline, okay, to decrease the knocking rate. Okay, how they decrease means they will be increasing the octane rating. When the fuel is having more octane rating, it will have a least tendency to knock. Okay, next topic is a power alcohol. What is power alcohol? You know, the power alcohol is a gasoline blend which contains ethanol, okay, and can be used as a fuel for IC engines. Okay, power alcohol is a gasoline blend which contains around 10 to 15% of ethyl alcohol and 85 to 90% of gasoline by volume. Okay, alcohol and petrol are, you know, they are having difference in their densities. So these two liquids will not be mixed easily. Okay, so to mix these liquids, some chemical substances they are called as blending agents are added, like benzene, ether, etc. Okay, without which, you know, these two liquids will not be mixing easily. Understood now? What is power alcohol means? Which is a gasoline blend which contains 10 to 15% of ethyl alcohol and 80 to 85 to 90% of the gasoline by volume. As the densities are different, they cannot be mixed easily. Okay, we need to use some blending agents to mix the alcohol and petrol. What are the advantages of the power alcohol? The octane rating of the power alcohol will be high. Okay, and it will have once when the octane rating is high, it will have least tendency to knock. And the power alcohol has the same lubricating property as that of the petrol. Okay, and alcohol promotes for a complete combustion. You know, the spirit is highly inflammable, right? Okay, so when alcohol is added, it completes complete combustion. When the fuel is completely burned, there will not be production of any of the byproducts and there will be no knocking. And power output of alcohol is also same as a gasoline or petrol. Okay, high compared to the gasoline or petrol. And alcohol present now, which will be absorbing if any traces of moisture present in the petrol. If any small amount of moisture is present now, the alcohol will be absorbing the moisture and it will have a better anti-knocking property than any ethers. And addition of ethanol to the gasoline also reduces the carbon monoxide emissions. You know, carbon monoxide and volatile organic compounds. Fine. These are all the advantages of the power alcohol. Next topic is biodiesel. What is biodiesel? Biodiesel is it is a diesel which is produced from a renewable sources of plant and animal origin. Okay, biodiesel can be produced from a renewable sources of plant and animal origin. It can be produced from a vegetable oils like soya bean, corn, sunflower, safflower, cotton seeds, rice bran, pangemia, flaxseed, rubber seed, groundnut, etc. It can be used as an alternative fuel to diesel in automobiles. Okay, you know, originally if you take the original oil, that cannot be used in a diesel engines. Okay, because it is the diesel engine is made to work only for diesel. If we use these oils, it will not be working. Okay, and you know, we cannot make the complete engine modification. That is impossible. So what are we doing here is we are carrying out a small process which is referred to as a transesterification. Why are we doing transesterification? Because these oils cannot be directly used in a diesel engine. When we do this transesterification, what will happen? You know, the fatty acid monoalkyl ester will be formed. That can be used in a diesel engines. Okay, so the biodiesel is obtained from transesterification of these oils with methanol in presence of a base like sodium hydroxide and a catalyst at around a pressure of 60 degree centigrade. Transesterification is a alcoholysis of the triglycerides in presence of a base. Fine. The resulting mixture of monoalkyl ester of fatty acid is referred to as a biodiesel. Okay, once again, what is this biodiesel? Biodiesel is a energy obtained from a renewable sources of plant and animal origin. The biodiesel can be produced from any oils or any used oils or animal matters, animal fats. Okay, why are we making biodiesel? Because all these oils, no, original oils if we take, they are called as a triglycerides of fatty acids. These triglyceride of fatty acids cannot be directly used in the diesel engine. So what are we doing? We are carrying out a transesterification process. What is transesterification? Transesterification is a alcoholysis in presence of a base like NaOH and a catalyst at around a temperature of 60 degrees. Okay, when we do this transesterification, we will be getting a fatty acid, okay, for fatty acid monoalkyl ester, okay, that is referred as a biodiesel, and that can be used in our diesel engines. Okay, diesel engines as a fuel. Okay, so the process of the biodiesel production is as follows. See, the oils are triglycerides of fatty acids. Okay, they are treated with alcohol. Okay, we can treat here with either with methanol or with ethanol. Okay, if we use methanol, we will be getting fatty acid methyl ester, and if at all if we use ethyl alcohol, we will be getting a fatty acid ethyl ester. Okay, and it is produced with the production of a small amount of the glycerol, and the produced glycerol can be used in a soap productions. Okay, this reaction is very important. Okay, triglycerides of fatty acids are treated with either with methanol or ethanol. You just remember one, any one. Okay, either methanol or ethanol. No need to write both the reactions. It will be here. I have shown the treatment of methanol with the triglycerides of fatty acids. So we will be getting the product fatty acid methyl ester, which is called as a biodiesel, and which is liberated with some small amount of glycerol. Okay, what are all the advantages of this biodiesel? Let us see. Okay, first of all, what is this R1, R2 and R3? They are the long chain fatty acids. Okay, it is made by using renewable sources of plant and animal origin. That is one of the advantage. Okay, it is made up of a renewable sources of plant and animal origin, and the biodiesel, it will be almost, no, it will be completely burnt. Once when the fuel is completely burnt, no, there is no other production of the byproducts, so no pollution or no other engine problems, and C10 number of the biodiesel is greater than the normal diesel. Okay, so once when the C10 rating is high, no chances of knocking in the diesel engine also, and you know, it is 100% free from the sulfur compounds. Okay, in biodiesel usually there will not be a presence of any of the sulfur compounds. And you know, if at all, if we cannot use complete biodiesel in our diesel engine, what can we do? If at all, if we add some small amount of the biodiesel to the normal diesel, you know, even it is useful. How it is useful? When it is mixed with the normal diesel, which reduces almost 45 to 60% reduction in the carbon dioxide emission, particulate matter, oxides of nitrogen, sulfur, etc. Okay, if we add some small amount of the biodiesel to the normal diesel, which will reduce the harmful emissions to the larger extent. Okay, and use of biodiesel reduces greenhouse gases. And you know, one more thing is it is non-toxic. These are all the advantages of the biodiesel. Okay, and applications are, it is an alternative fuel for the diesel engines. Okay, and it can be used in a normal engine without any engine modification. As I said you, the original oils, no, like coconut, safflower oil, sunflower oil, that cannot be used in a diesel engine. Okay, but when we are doing transesterification and when we convert this triglycerides into the biodiesel, we can use without any engine modification. We can use the biodiesel to our diesel engines, and addition of some small amount of biodiesel to the normal diesel reduces the harmful emissions to the larger extent. Okay, and it will be burning almost completely, so there will not be any pollution problems or knocking problems in the engines. Okay, so this is about the biodiesel. So in this session we discuss about the anti-knocking agents, which are certain substances when added in small quantities, okay, they will be increasing the octane rating and reducing the tendency to knock. They are referred to as anti-knocking agents. And we discuss about the power alcohol. Power alcohol is a alcohol blend. Okay, alcohol blend, like which will be containing something around 10 to 15% of the alcohol and 85 to 90% of the gasoline by volume. Okay, they are having lots of advantages. If any moisture content is there, it will be the alcohol is absorbing the moisture, and the octane rating it will be increasing, and it supports in a complete combustion. Okay, so the power alcohol can be used in IC engines. And then we discuss about the production of the biodiesel. Biodiesel is produced from using renewable sources of plant and animal origins. Okay, and it burns almost completely, so that there will not be any pollution problems. If it is added small quantities to the normal diesel also, it will be reducing the harmful emissions to the larger extents, and it can be used directly in our diesel engines. These are all the advantages of the biodiesel. Okay, so in the next class we will be meeting with the new topic. Take care. Bye.